What's going on, everyone? I'm going to be doing a video on how to replace the speakers on a 95 to 98 as well as 99 Classic Chevy CK 1500. This also works with the CK 2500s and 3500s, including the 2000 Classic, as well as for the Tahoe Suburbans and Yukons from around that year. And this is what I'm going to be putting in the doors. Some JBL GT76. And this is what you're going to need to connect your speakers. This little wiring harness that connects directly into the factory harness, which I really recommend doing so you can prevent splicing wires. And the main thing we're going to do is take this door panel off. If you don't know how to take the door panel off, it's very easy. Simply just remove this piece right here. Take this piece off by gently prying up. So you got two screws, and you gently pry up this and disconnect this. And you want to remove this lens and disconnect your bulb, and gently pry off this door panel. Don't break any clips. If you break any clips, you can get some replacements from the auto parts store and just simply gently lift up. And let me go ahead and get started removing the door panel. Okay, I got the door panel removed. This is what the stock speaker should look like. One of your typical paper cones. And to get the speaker off, you gently pry up on this clip. You're going to need two hands. If I could put the camera down somewhere. I want something to use as a tripod. Let me see something. Because I'm probably going to have a little trouble doing this with one hand. I can get a little bit of a decent view right here. It just simply comes right out like this. You want to disconnect your factory harness. Probably gotta put this down just to disconnect the harness. Comes off right there. And I might try and reuse this white foam. And I'm gonna go ahead and connect the adapter. If you got like the speaker size, you can put in here like 6.5 and 6 3/4. But you might want to use some spacers if you're going to do 6 3/4. But they could fit just fine in the 6.5 slot. But if you're using 5 1/4 or 5 1/4, you're probably going to need to get those little speaker brackets from Crutchfield. And you can even use the speaker brackets for some 6.5s. Or you can just, if you don't have the speaker brackets for the 6.5s, you can just get you some holes, prep up some spots where you can drill some holes. So let me go ahead and get everything hooked up and be back with you guys. Okay, I already got the speaker in. I test fitted it and it fits just fine. I just put some screws right here and here, and it's not going nowhere. I made sure my window is all working. Saying to work just fine. I didn't want to put another screw because sometimes this window regulator can sometimes get real hot, and they'll sometimes work half the time and cause some type of interference. But other than that, speaker install was easy. It works pretty good. And I had bought some brackets just in case if I wanted to see if they fit it, but I decided, you know what, since they couldn't fit, I decided to drill some holes into this inner panel. It's not like I'm going to be putting it truly back to factory. If I get some different speakers a little smaller, then I can use the brackets, but the installation of the door panel is the reverse of the removal. And I even reused this white foam thing that was off this speaker. And I'll be back with a conclusion once I get both speakers done. So, with the magic of video editing, stay tuned. I'm back once again. Here's the conclusion. This is what the old factory speakers, the cheap old paper cone. I feel it's like actually paper. They kind of went cheap, but everything's all back together. You can see it's right there in its factory location. You can't hardly see it that well. Everything works fine, and I hope this video helped you out. But to reinstall the door panels is just the reverse of removal. And this one's very similar to the driver's side. So let me go ahead and pick all this up, and I'll edit this video, and hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.